Hi friends, this is RK with yet another story. This time it's Ghengis Khan and his falcon. One morning Ghengis Khan went out for hunting with his companions. His companions carried bows and arrows, whereas Ghengis Khan carried his favorite falcon on his arm. He knew that his falcon was much better than any arrow because it could fly into the skies and see everything that a human being couldn't. Despite the group's enthusiastic efforts, that day they found nothing to hunt. Disappointed, Khan and his men returned to the encampment. Ghengis Khan was frustrated because of this, and in order not to take out his frustrations on his companions, Ghengis Khan left the rest of the party at camp and rode out alone with his falcon. Ghengis Khan went out in the forest and stayed in the forest longer than expected, and because of this, he became tired and thirsty. It was summertime and all the streams had dried up, and he couldn't find anything to drink there. Just then, to his amazement, he saw a thread of water flowing from the rocks just in front of him. He removed the falcon from his arm and took out a silver cup which he always carried with him. Then slowly he filled it with water. Just as he was about to raise it to his lips, the falcon flew up and plucked the cup from his hands and dashed it to the ground. Ghengis Khan was thirsty. This act of the falcon made him furious, but still, the falcon was his favorite, so he thought that it might be thirsty and that's why it did this. He picked up his cup again, cleaned it, and filled it again. When the cup was only half filled, the falcon attacked again, spilling the water. Ghengis Khan adored his bird, but he knew that under any circumstances he wouldn't allow such disrespect, as someone might be watching the scene from afar and later would tell other warriors that the great conqueror Ghengis Khan was incapable of taming a mere bird. This time he drew his sword and then picked up the cup again and refilled it, keeping an eye on the stream and the other on the falcon. As soon as he had enough water in the cup and was ready to drink, the falcon again took flight and flew towards him, spilling the water. Just then, with one thrust, Ghengis Khan pierced the bird's heart. Meanwhile, the thread of water had already dried up. Ghengis Khan was thirsty, and in order to find water, he climbed the rock in search of spring from which the thread of water was coming. To his surprise, there was a pool of water, and in the middle of the water was lying dead one of the most poisonous snakes of that region. At that moment, he realized if he had drank that water, he would have died. Filled with remorse, Ghengis Khan returned to the camp with the dead falcon in his arms. He ordered a gold figurine of the bird to be made to always remember the lesson from this incident. On one wing of the statue, he engraved, "Even when a friend does something you don't like, he continues to be your friend." On the other wing, he engraved, "Any action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure."